On this episode of the Bowser Journal, we address the issue, are we sick? So stay tuned and find out.
We're not sick, but we are losing weight.
So Barbie and I have been fighting weight issues for years, and she's been bugging me. I don't know if bugging is the right word. She's been asking to come up with a way to lose weight. Now, I've done weight loss things in the past where, like Body for Life, where you work out and stuff like that. But we decided to do keto. A friend of mine, or some friends of ours, was doing some keto when we were doing small groups for church. And then one of the guys on one of the podcasts I listened to, Jack Spirko, started doing keto. So I started looking into it. So she went on a business trip to New York in January, first week of January.
Yeah, this year.
And I decided, well, you know what? No better time to start this thing than right now. I get to eat bacon all week while my wife is gone.
Not true.
Well, I did eat bacon all week, so it is true. So I started doing the keto. Didn't do any research into it other than see what foods I could eat, what foods I couldn't eat. And when she came home from her first her first business trip, I'd already lost 3 pounds that week.
And what's really interesting is while I was on my trip in New York, my boss actually, well, my role sponsor, actually has been doing keto for 2 years. So she had been talking about her weight loss with it and everything. So I was already in the mindset of I wanted to look into it more. And then I come home to find out you already started it. Now, I guess it was meant to be.
I guess it was. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole should you do keto, should you not do keto, and I'm not going to try to be a keto expert, although I will put some links in the description below with some of the keto channels that we watch to get our information from. But in a nutshell, what you really do is you cut out all sugar, well, as much sugar as you can, because there's still a little sugar in processed food. But
well, we don't eat that much processed anymore.
Not anymore, right. So no sugar and no carbs, well, very few carbs, and no bread. And then we started eating high-fat meat. So what happens is your body goes into ketosis. And instead of burning calories for energy, it burns ketones and pulls your fat from your body and pulls that. And that's where you get your energy from. And I've been doing it now for 16 weeks, 17 weeks, I think. Mm-hmm. And I've averaged... I didn't put in this week's measurements because this week I hit a plateau. I actually gained a couple pounds this week. I'm not sure what went wrong this week, but when you look at all the other weeks, with the exception of I think 3 weeks in total, every week I lost weight, and I've been averaging about 3.2 pounds a week.
And I've been averaging about between 1 and 2 pounds a week, but men, they can lose it a lot quicker than we can for some reason.
Yeah, whatever. So, anyways. So at this point, I've lost about 55 pounds, and I've dropped down 4 pant sizes.
3.
Yeah.
Between 3 and 4.
Yeah, I am. I'm in jeans now. 38 jeans that I haven't worn in. I couldn't tell you when. Couldn't tell you last time I wore 38s.
Before I met you.
Yeah.
And I've lost. I think I'm around 29 pounds in the past 5 months. And am down 1 size solid, but I'm going down into my next size, so exciting.
One of the things that I found is when I started off this, my goal was to lose a certain amount of weight, and then once I hit that goal, then I'd go back and start working out again, going to the gym, doing cardio, stuff like that. I wanted to get that extra weight off me. I'm close to hitting that goal. I'm only 14. Well, I was 14 pounds away from it until last week. And once I hit that, I'll start doing that. But this has been one of the easiest weight loss things I've ever done, because you really just change what you eat. And one thing we found is, especially since we cut out all the sugar and stuff, the first time we decided to treat ourselves and we had some strawberries, just regular strawberries, it was like eating candy.
Yes.
And I've never...
Even some of the vegetables have a sweet taste to them now.
And another thing I realized too is I've never liked dark chocolate. I've always hated it. And now I like dark chocolate. It tastes like regular chocolate to me. So it kind of changes your taste buds totally. And you do go through the keto flu about somewhere from 7 to 10 days into it for a couple of days and stuff. If I went through it, I don't remember it because it wasn't that severe. But I've heard people that say they've gone through the keto flu, but there's some great advantages to it because number one, when you eat bread and sugars, you raise your insulin level, and then it's that crash that makes you hungry. So I would wake up in the mornings, literally sleepwalk to the
hangry.
Yeah, I would sleepwalk to the kitchen, and don't talk to me until I had my breakfast. On the keto diet, your energy and it's spread more out through the day. I wake up now on like a Saturday or Sunday when we're working out in the yard, and I don't even eat breakfast until 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I sit down and eat, and then we don't eat dinner till 4 or 5, and then that's it. Boom.
And sometimes we only have 2 meals a day.
Yeah, and you're not hungry at all. You're full.
If you do it right.
Yeah, if you
have
right.
to be eating good fats, which are like butter, coconut oil,
right.
Some nuts, some meats,
grass-fed beef.
Yeah.
But you can still lose weight if you don't choose the good. Like for example, like if you don't have the budget to go out and buy grass-fed beef because it's not cheap.
Oh yeah.
And when I first started, the first 3 or 4 weeks, I was buying just regular bacon from the store, and I didn't know this until we looked at them because there's sugar in it.
Yeah.
That's why I said we cut down as much sugar as possible.
Read the packages.
Yeah.
There's sugar in a lot of the meat. Hams, mainly the pork products, sausage, different things like that.
And sometimes they disguise the name. They call it dextrose or corn syrup or there's a bunch of other stuff too. Fructose, yeah. So we've
sodium something. I don't remember what that is, but.
And so another thing that we've done too is I don't drink sweet tea anymore. Every once in a blue moon I'll drink an unsweet tea, but I drink more hot tea now. And we found these sodas. I can't remember the name. Zevia. 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 preservatives.
Yes, made with natural sweetener.
Weirdest thing, you can buy
natural artificial.
Yeah, you can buy ginger ale and Coke and root beer. When you pour it out, there's no coloring to it at all.
It's clear.
And it doesn't taste just like root beer, but it tastes 80% like root beer.
If you're craving a soda, it does the trick.
Yeah, it does. But be careful because there was one week, the first plateau I hit, I went through a bad week where I was craving sugar or craving sweets all week. And I found out later when you're craving sweets, you need more fat. So that's when we started making fat bombs. And that's not fat in a bomb. There's different recipes for fat bombs. It sounded kind of weird when I said it. So I drank probably 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 of those sodas throughout the week. And that's when I plateaued, my first plateau hit. Once I went back to what I regularly did, just one of those sodas a week, I started losing weight again. There was one week I lost 7 pounds. But of course that weekend we did a lot of work around the yard. We did I think we did 12,000 steps.
It was a lot.
Just in the yard. That's not counting the lifting and the shoveling and everything else that we did.
Ranch life.
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing, we're not looking at this as a diet. It's not a diet. We've just changed the way that we're eating. So, if we want to have a splurge meal here and there, we do. We don't go crazy with it, but we immediately get right back on. You may have French fries, or you may have, some dessert or a bite of dessert or something like that. But you don't just blow the whole day because you have that one cheat meal. That is your cheat meal. It doesn't have to be a whole meal. It can just be a little piece of one. But it's a different way of eating. And the fact that we have more energy and are losing weight, we're starting to feel better about ourselves because we're losing weight, starting to exercise more. It's...
Well, you start taking joy in what I call, and I got this term from a friend of mine on Zillow, the non-scale victories, the NSVs. Yes. And
our closet.
Yeah. I'll put a picture in it. We just cleared out this pandemic. Everybody's gaining weight on the pandemic. We're losing weight, and we actually had to go to Jericho Road. That's like a local store. Goodwill here, and I'll put the picture in here where you can see the picture. We cleaned out our closet and took 3 or 4 trash bags of clothes that didn't just fit us. They were falling off of us, and so we had to go get clothes. Yeah. And so the first day they opened them back up, we went there, and lucky for us, they had a sale. Every piece of clothing was $1.
Yes.
So we got all kinds of clothes for just $1 each. And I don't want to go out and spend $30 on a brand new pair
While
of
we're still losing.
jeans while I'm still losing weight, because I don't want to be able to wear it for 2 months and then, all of a sudden, boom, it doesn't fit me anymore, and I got to go turn in a brand spanking new pair of Dickies or what's it?
And plus, they have some really cool things like this shirt at the thrift store.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And so then, some of the non-scale, that was one non-scale victory. Another one is I can actually tie my shoes now without having to tie my knots at the side. I can lean straight over and tie my shoes. Right? Just there's little things like that. And then we also go by our measurements. Now, we haven't done our measurements this week, but I think
it's been a few weeks since.
Last time we did, do you remember off the tip of your head how much we lost?
We can.
We'll
put it down right.
Yeah,
here.
we'll put it in here. How much?
Total inches.
It's a competition. Who lost more inches, me or Barbie? We'll put it right here.
Probably him, because he's lost more weight. Men.
Yeah. And and on another thing that we're looking at too is Barbie said you can have cheat meals, but when she says cheat meals, I think we've only had 3 in the 16 or 17 weeks.
In 5 months.
Yeah. And one of them was just this last Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, yeah. And then another time, I can't remember the other time was. So it was only 2 or 3 times we've done it. I'm looking at more of an addiction, right? I'm addicted to sugar. I'm addicted to bread. Because I could, Barbie will tell you how many times I said, I can't have lunch because I need a sandwich. She'd come out with a salad. No, I need a sandwich.
Yep.
I was addicted to bread. So I'm looking at it as an addiction.
Addicted to the sugar in bread.
And the insulin response.
Yeah.
And so I look at it that way. So when I look at stuff, I don't think, hey, it's my cheat day. I'm thinking that's how I can go so long without a cheat day, because I look at it like, look, this is an addiction. Would an alcoholic say, well, okay, I've gone 4 months, so I can have a cheat day and drink? So that's kind of the same mentality that I'm applying to this, and we made this I don't want to call it a diet, because it's not a diet. We've changed the way that we eat, and we're certainly happy for it. I mean, I feel a lot better about myself. That's raised my confidence. Barbie, she raises her confidence. And you guys know I travel a lot. Not during the pandemic, but before the pandemic. So I guess maybe the first 2 months, I was on the road. So you're probably thinking, for you road warriors out there, I can't do keto because I'm on the road. Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you absolutely can. I find it easier on the road.
Especially if you're doing intermittent fasting with keto.
Yeah, we didn't start intermittent fasting until about halfway through.
Yeah.
But so, for example, on the road, if first road trip was, and it was right after you got back, so it was my second week into it. I went to Seattle for quarterly meetings, and so me and my peer, we went to dinner one night, and we ordered pizza, but I only ate the cheese off the top of it and the meat, and I left the crust. And the guy looked at me, and salad, and the guy looked at me and goes, "Oh, low carb, huh?" It's like, yeah, and restaurants will bend over backwards for you. If you tell them, look, I'm doing low carb, one of my favorite things to eat, and I hate to admit this, what's the name of that place, baby? Red Robin's. They have a Red Robin Royal Burger. It's a burger with bacon, with egg, and lettuce, and tomato, and all the good stuff. So on my road trip, I asked for Red Robin Royal. I was just going to plan on just taking the bread off to the side, and I just kind of happened to say to the lady, I said, well, can I have the bread deleted? And she goes, oh, you doing low carb? I was like, yeah. She goes, we can do that in a wrap. I'm like, what? A wrap?
Lettuce.
Yes. They call it an unburger. And we kind of taken that and ran with it. We make unburgers
we make
here.
really good unburgers out.
Yeah. So the reason I say it's easier to do on the road is because especially for us, like for example, we just took out a chicken that we're not going to be able to eat for a day or two because it's frozen like a rock, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're on the road, it's easy because you can pick where you go, and it's a little bit easier on the road. But you got to be super careful with food because you don't know what they put in it, what sugars and stuff like that. So just drink lots of water and stuff like that. So we'll put those links down below.
And salad is not always your friend on the road, because the dressings themselves, some of them can have like 12 carbs in a teaspoon.
Right.
And if you're limiting yourself to less than 20 carbs a day, you could very easily go over it.
So we've been doing it for like I said, 16 or 17 weeks. And one of the things we did notice, like especially over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks, when we're outside here in the yard doing gardening and stuff, if we stand up really fast, we would kind of get lightheaded.
Yeah.
And so I bought some electrolyte powder from Dr. Berg, one of the channels I have listed down below. And I didn't order it for that reason. I ordered it because I knew we work out here in the yard. And we used to make this, home concoction.
Yeah, we made homemade Gatorade with lemon juice, salt, and honey.
Which is better than Gatorade. But we can't have honey. So I bought this electrolyte thinking, hey, it's summer's coming up. We're going to be out in the yard working and all this stuff. And I drank some of that. And the next day when I was out working in the yard, I didn't get level-headed. I didn't get level-headed once. I didn't get lightheaded once. I told Barbie about it, and you have the same response?
Yes, so far.
Yeah. Yeah, so you make good choices, and the weight literally falls off you. My goal is to get to 225. Once I get to 225, then I'm going to reevaluate. Because if you go by the government, I'm supposed to weigh 180. I don't think that's a realistic goal for my frame.
You
because
would look anorexic.
Yeah, because of my frame, and I'm big. I hate to say this, because a lot of fat people say this. I'm a big boner. I got a lot of meat on my muscles.
You have broad shoulders.
I'm a corn-fed white boy. Okay, let's put it that way. There's a reason I can go out and shovel all day long and come in and eat and then go back out and shovel some more. All right, just the way that I've always been. So I don't think I would look good. So when I hit 225, then I'm going to kick up, the cardio and the weightlifting and all that stuff. Then I'm not going to be so worried about weight loss because as I put on muscle mass, muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
So in actuality, I like the way I look now, except for hey, Bubba, but somebody wants to get on camera. The only thing I don't like about the way I look now is I got a little bit of a spare tire around my belly. I'm still burning that off. I'm converting my brown fat to white fat and that whole process. So it's been really great, been really easy, and I'm really. And Bubby's bumping the table with the camera on it. Bubby, come over here. Plots. Hey, plots. All the way. Good boy. Sorry for the canine interruption. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay, so that concludes today's video. If you've done something to lose weight, or if you've done keto, put it in the comments below. We want to hear about your successes and your failures too.
And share your favorite recipe, because I'm finding some amazing recipes.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sarah from Zello channel. She has the perfect pizza recipe. She says it tastes 98% like pizza. Okay. And you can eat the crust. I'll have to go back and ask her for that recipe.
We'll have to try it.
Sorry, I got sidetracked again. That's the ADD in me.
Anyway, there are a lot of amazing recipes we found on keto that are healthy and, have lean meats or fish and vegetables and all the good stuff that your body craves. Right. So.
Yep. And make sure you stay tuned, because the very next video we're going to do is the farm update, because we haven't been
the spring farm update.
Yeah, we haven't really been consistent with our videos lately, and just lots of things going on with work and kids and marriages and all kinds of fun stuff going on. Just a lot of stuff been going on in our personal lives. But so the next video, not our marriage. No, my son got married, and we had the wedding here, and we did everything. We didn't do everything. No, we prepped the property.
The family did everything.
Yeah, exactly. And so we've done a lot. We've changed a lot. We've gotten, since the last farm update, we've gotten rabbits.
We'll do that on the farm. Well, you just have to watch.
Okay, fine. You got to watch for the rabbits. So until then, live your own story.